Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Things just, I don't know, lately I've been having a very tough time getting out of bed and just getting going. There's so much going on that I just want to go back to sleep. How is everybody? I'm going to give a few minutes to see if anybody, make sure Facebook has a chance to tell everybody that we're on. I'm not as far along as I would like to be. Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Things just, I don't know, lately I've been having a very tough time getting out of bed. Sorry about that. So, if you haven't heard, I got my first shot on Monday, and yesterday, Tuesday, my arm was extremely sore. But I'm that person that has a sore arm when I get just a flu shot. So, I expected as much. Today seems pretty good. My dad got his first shot Monday too, which was cool. So I'm very happy. Not that that's the end all be all, but I can feel a little bit more or less not nervous, I should say, which is a big deal. When you have, a parent living with you that has medical issues, all of this stuff can get kind of worrisome and it's on your mind all the time. We've got so much going on. My goodness. If you're on the regular Facebook page, hopefully you saw just some of the stuff that I posted because it is going to be awesome. Awesome sauce. I have so much fun going on. I was here late last night working on one of the classes for next month. I'm super excited. It's like the first time in I don't know how long I actually got to sew something that I wanted to sew, or at least start. So I was kind of having fun last night. Doesn't happen very often, but I was. It was fun, 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 fun. All right. This one's going to take a little bit longer only because I didn't prep like I normally would, but we'll get through it pretty fast, I think. Okay. Let's see if we're up on Facebook. All right, I can see you. Hopefully you can see me. And let's have some fun. So we got block 19 and 20 today. I've already put the other blocks that we've done in the second row. So this is where we're at. This is the beginning. This part's the beginning. I'm sorry. This is the end. So these two blocks are very, very simple. And most of these blocks are very simple. They're not difficult at all. So we're going to take the first one, which is 19. You just have to think about it and follow it one step at a time. That's it. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, so obviously we got two big ends and we got two smaller ends. And then we've got all this stuff in the middle. All I'm going to do is treat these like two patch blocks. I'm going to sew these two together. So I'm sorry, we've got the big ones on the top and the bottom. We've got the smaller ones on each side. Now we've got all this stuff in the middle. We're just going to treat these like two patch blocks. So we're going to sew these two together and these two together and these two together and these two together. We'll sew these two together, these two, and sew the halves together. And I am definitely going to chain piece. So we're going to try and make this quickie, quickie, quickie. I am using a scant 1/4 inch seam. Before I cut the thread, I'm going to start putting the next piece in. How is everybody doing? It took so long to get my dad on the list for his first shot. It was like almost 2.5 months. we've been trying. What I hear from other people, though, that now that CVS is starting to give out the shots, things should move pretty quickly. But I have to tell you, the wait was definitely worth it because of where we went. My father walks with a walker, so he has a difficult time walking. I was lucky enough to get Viera, and that was a drive-through facility. So my father didn't even have to get out of the car. And they've been doing it long enough now that they were pretty fast, and it went just like a well-oiled machine, which was lovely. And the funny thing is, my dad has Alzheimer's, and certain things does not have short-term memory pretty much at all. But let me tell you, the last 2 days, all he kept talking about is how well they did everything in line. It was really good. It went well. It amazes me sometimes what things he remembers and what he latches onto. He can remember what happened 50 years ago, tell me an entire story, but he just doesn't remember that he told me the same story 2 minutes ago. That's what I mean by short-term memory. He has none. You can have the same conversation with him a dozen times and he won't remember, or a dozen times inside of 30 minutes and he still won't remember. But I'm hoping, we're still wearing our mask, even if we get the shots, but I'm hoping I can take my dad out a little bit more, once he gets a second shot, and get him out of the house, because that's probably done him more damage than anything else. It's just not being able to do his normal routine and go out and have fun. Before all this started happening, my dad was out of the house, at least an hour a day. And now he's been stuck in the house forever, for a year, full year. It's bad. Okay, so I've sewed all of these together. Now I'm going to sew them together in rows and then sew those rows together. So yes, I'm hoping. He's lost a lot because of not having his routine and his interaction. And let's just hope he gets a little bit better. Sometimes on these videos, I swear to God, I feel like I'm talking to myself. I know I'm talking to myself. I hate talking to myself. We have so much fun planned for this coming month. We have our second hybrid bag class, Take a Stand. And I'll show you that shortly. The first class, the Take a Stand class was the first one. And it seemed to go very well. People enjoyed it. So we had some people in the shop in class, and then we had others online. The next one is Runs with Scissors, which is another part of the bag class. And I'll show that to you shortly, but I think you're going to like it. Linda is doing a great job. So, actually, I got to iron this another way. Is there anything that you guys want to learn? A class that you've been thinking of, that you've wanted to do, but with everything going on, you haven't been able to? Let me know, and I'll see what I can do about putting it together for you. At the end of April, we have, what do we have? We have, we have our sewing with our Nomies, with my Nomies embroidery class, Kimberbell class event, which is a 2-day class. Still plenty of time to sign up for that. That's the end of April. It'll be a Sunday and a Monday. It's one of my favorites. It's probably the one class that actually, or the one event that they have that put me over the edge and made me decide to actually become a certified shop. Okay, now we're putting these two together. Like I've told you a million times already, this bottom seam is going that way, the top seam is going that way, and we are going to, that's what you call nest them. I pin on an angle so that I can sew and stop with my needle down in the seam before I have to take the pin out. In May, I believe it's May 4th, I have a virtual ruler class, and it is presented by a accredited Westerly ruler teacher, just to give you a taste of what ruler work is if you haven't had a chance to play with rulers. And I must tell you, I love quilting with rulers. I absolutely love it. If I could sit here and do it all day, every day, I probably would. Being the owner of a business, I don't get to enjoy myself very often, and I definitely don't get to sew for myself very often. So even though I'm doing a class sample, I am having a lot of fun with it. I love it. We're going to be doing, next month, it's reverse applique with rulers. And we just got in a ton of rulers. And what else did we get in? We got in fabric. I almost forgot to tell you. The black and white fabrics and a couple of the boutiques I had posted last week. They came in yesterday, along with, it's already been a busy week. One bolt from Northcott that goes with the Quilts of Valor type. It's a red stone hinge, came in. That was supposed to be in when I got the Eagle panels, but it was back ordered. We got the Hoop Sisters CDs in for the Tulip and a few other ones this week. What else? We got all of our best press in this week already. It's just been one of those weeks already. It's my poor daddy, father-in-law, who's empties my trash, is going to have an awful lot of boxes already, and he just emptied it on Monday. All right. So we're going to sew these two onto here, and then these two on, and the block is done. I'm amazed. It's like, I thought things were going really, really well with shipping, and now there's been, between the weather and other issues, everything has been delayed all over again. I mean, literally all over again. I've been waiting for parts for a handy quilter machine for 2 weeks, and they're still not here. Now, granted, things coming from Utah usually take longer, but 2 weeks is ridiculous. The rulers that I got in yesterday were supposed to be delivered last week, and I just got them yesterday. It's still crazy for shipping. And I thought for a while there, a couple of weeks ago, that everything was finally starting to normalize again, but I was wrong. Batting is still, because there's still cotton issues with cotton shortages. So batting has been delayed. I'm waiting on that. What else? Oh, what else is delayed? Kimberbells, fill in the blank for April. We still haven't received them. And unfortunately, Kimberbell hasn't even received them yet. So those are going to be delayed. That's why I haven't even posted too much on them or put them up on the website. And I found that out yesterday, I think. Yesterday or Monday, I asked them if they had any idea, and they literally still have no ETA. But everybody seems to be having fun with the March fill in the black blank with the Easter baskets. I already sent mine out to my grandbaby. Okay, we've got 2 more strips, top and bottom. And this block is done. But yes, delays have been ridiculous. All right. Block 19 is done. Iron it. What else? Oh, we got some wool mats in yesterday too. We got 2 different sizes. I think 14 by 14 and 17 by 17. Anyway, I've got like 4 of them in. They never stick around very long, ever. All right. There is block 19. All right, now we're going to work on 20, which is, again, very simple, just a bunch of little piecing. And I'm using a scant 1/4 of an inch on this one also. There you go. So what I would do, and I'm going to chain piece, is these 4 small blocks here and these 4 small blocks here. And then we'll put this side together before we put this part on. Very, very simple. I really like this pattern. I think you can have some fun. I think it's a great pattern to not have to think too hard and to hone in your skills. So Easter is in a couple of weeks. When did that come? It just seems like time is flying. Last year was slow, and this year so far, it's just zooming past. There is literally not enough time. I can't even blink. If I blink, I miss it all. Think of what else we have. Oh, let's see. We've got our ruler block of the month club, ruler block of the month class Friday and Saturday this week. And we have our first handy quilter ruler club Saturday morning. So I'm super excited about that. I gotta still finish working on my project for that, but I think those of you who have long arms are going to love it because it gives you something else that you can do with them. And if you have a high shank machine, you should be able to work with these rulers without a problem. Like I said, there's a lot going on. It's almost too much for me to keep track of. All right. Now I'm going to sew these 2 together and these 2 together. So I'm really interested in what you guys are working on. I love seeing what you guys are working on. because I have to live vicariously through you. I don't get to sew for myself very often. All right, now all we have to do is sew these two together, and sew this one on, and we're just gonna keep going. This one is pretty quick and easy. Most of these blocks are pretty quick and easy, especially if you cut all your fabric in advance. And since I was doing two of these, that's exactly what I did. I cut two sets at one time. The hardest part is figuring out the right side and the wrong side with the white on white fabrics and all these neutrals. This one, we don't have any seams to worry about lining up or nesting, which is sometimes nice. All right. That one. So we're just going to put this one on here. So that's all we have left. We're going to sew this one to this one to this one, and then put the final piece on. Easy peasy. This weekend, I had to clean the machine out. This one yesterday because of this weekend. It just started acting really bad after my Kimberbell's Kitchen event. And I realized I hadn't done it in a while because I've been so busy. This poor little machine, between these videos and the events and everything that I've been sewing, it's been going like crazy. So I gave it a real good clean out this yesterday. Oiled with a drop of oil in the bobbin casing, underneath the bobbin casing, to make it run smoother. You know, I'll show this to you. Okay. You know, most machines have a little bobbin casing like this. Okay. And you know, you have to replace these once in a while if you get a little divot in them or you break a needle. Like this one has a little spot right there that I've actually gone through the plastic. I broke a needle at some point in there. That causes issues with your bobbin. When you replace that or when you change the bobbin, when you take this case out, you can actually put a little drop of oil in there and it will help your machine run even better. Sorry, somebody's trying to get a hold of me. I don't know who it is or what, but I'll have to find out. Okay, all we have are these two pieces to go together. And then block 20 is done. All right. All I gotta do is iron this one piece and we'll be done. Block 20 and block 19. These are not going to have, oh, they are going to have the top and the bottom are the parts that we're going to have to worry about lining up. But first I'm going to trim them up and square them up and make sure that they're all set before I do that. All right, that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. You know where I am. If you have a class that you'd like me to teach or you thought you or a technique that you wanted to learn, let me know and I'll see if I can accommodate you. Other than that, we have a ton packed into this shop lately. We've got a lot more classes coming. Oh, I wanted to show you the next hybrid class. Sorry about that. My brain is all over the place. So this was the class that we did this month, I shouldn't say, not last month. This is going to be the runs with scissors insert that actually zips up. Even has a little handle, fit in your bag. You zip it up, but it's got all little compartments and mesh back pockets and zippers for all of your notions. So when you get to class, you take it out and just lay it over your bag and you have everything that you need, all your tools. That is going to be on the website today. If you'd like to sign up to come into this class for it, we have a maximum of 5 inside the class, and there is no maximum if you'd like to do this from home. Linda is great at this. She's really learning a lot on how to do these online classes, and she's doing a great job. And so far, everybody seems to like it. So let me know if you have any questions at all. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.